HOA bullies tried to arrest me for my mailbox. They didn't know who I really was. It was supposed to be a peaceful Saturday. I was finally catching a break. No calls, no paperwork, no emergencies, just me, a brush, and a bucket of paint. That old, beat-up mailbox had been begging for attention for years. So, I chose crimson red. Bold. Defiant. Just how I liked it. I live on the edge of a suburban maze called Silver Hollow. It's the kind of place where fences are all the same height, and God forbid your trash can is visible from the street. But lucky for me, my property sits just outside their HOA boundary. Or so I thought. Halfway through painting, coffee in one hand, roller in the other, a little golf cart with flashing orange lights comes crawling up the road. Two men hop out wearing neon vests and black shades, looking like a parody of a security team. One had a fake badge dangling off his chest. The other clutched a clipboard like it was a sacred text. "You're under arrest for mailbox misconduct," one of them announced. I almost dropped my coffee. "Excuse me?" Section 3, subsection D. Red is not an approved mailbox color. It's considered emotionally hostile. I blinked. Now, I'm not just your average guy. I'm Sergeant Mike Turner, County Law Enforcement, 15 years running. But I wasn't in uniform. I was in jeans, a paint-streaked t-shirt, and I must have looked like just another homeowner to these clowns. They actually reached for plastic cuffs. That's when I pulled out my real badge. The way their faces drained of color was almost worth the headache. "You're trying to arrest a sheriff, on his day off, for painting a mailbox?" They stammered, tried to backtrack, blamed it on someone named Gloria, the HOA president. I let them off with a warning, mostly because I wanted to see where this idiocy led. The next morning, she came. Gloria Whitmore. Lexus SUV, clipboard in hand, sunglasses too big for her face. She marched straight up my porch like she owned the place. "You assaulted my security team," she snapped. "Security? You mean those two guys playing dress-up in your HOA fantasy camp?" "They were authorized." "By whom? Your HOA doesn't even cover this street." She smiled, cold and smug. "Silver Hollow's new jurisdiction map includes an influence buffer zone. Your property is within it." I laughed. I couldn't help it. "You're quoting a non-binding proposal that got laughed out of County Review." She didn't back down. She pulled out papers, highlighted maps, and, this was real, a printed chart ranking acceptable emotional tones for mailbox paint. This wasn't about aesthetics. It was about control. That night, I started digging. Trail cams, drones. I wanted proof. And oh boy, I got it. Fake patrols targeting elderly residents. Slapping violation stickers on legally parked cars. Intimidating kids for unattended bicycles. They even flagged a pizza delivery driver for suspicious loitering. But it got worse. One clip caught an HOA officer opening someone's mailbox and photographing the contents. That's a federal crime. Gloria wasn't just overreaching. She was running a rogue operation. And the real kicker? Her ex-husband sat on the county planning board, and rumor had it he helped her push the buffer zone fantasy to punish homeowners like me. They were divorced now, but clearly still competing for control. A messy personal vendetta, disguised as community standards. I reached out to other victims, quietly. A single mom whose fence was deemed unharmonious. A veteran fined for flying a flag, not on the approved list. a couple whose flower pots were seized. They all said the same thing. They felt powerless. So I gave them back their power. We set up a sting. One of them volunteered to bait the patrol. As soon as they tried to issue another fake ticket, we caught them on camera, this time with sheriff deputies hiding nearby. We arrested one on the spot. What followed was a full-blown investigation. We raided HOA headquarters, aka Gloria's home, found fake patrol records, lists of problem residents, and a community defense budget that never went to a vote. The HOA board folded under questioning. Turns out, most of them were too afraid of Gloria to speak up. One member even admitted she threatened to publicly expose a family secret if he voted against her. Power and blackmail. Gloria had it all down to a science. She was charged with impersonation, misuse of community funds, and unlawful surveillance. The judge sentenced her to 6 months of roadside cleanup. I'll never forget the day I saw her picking up trash on Route 19, sweating under that county-issued vest. She saw me drive by. I honked, she glared, I smiled. A week later, I put up a custom sign beneath my red mailbox. "You are now entering sheriff's territory." It went viral in the neighborhood Facebook group. Some called it petty. Others called it justice. But for once, Silver Hollow felt like a neighborhood again. Kids rode their bikes. Garden gnomes returned. Flags waved freely. People stopped whispering and started living. I didn't write this story for applause. I just wanted to paint a mailbox. But sometimes, defending something small, like your choice of color, means standing up to something much bigger. So now I ask you, have you ever had someone cross the line just because they could? Was it just a prank, or was it a power play? Tell me your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about when just following rules goes too far, and when someone finally needs to say, enough.